Before I start this video, just a big disclaimer. This video is in no way of me hating on this group whatsoever. I have to say this because some people will look at the title of this video and immediately think I am hating on a group before they even debuted. That would be stupid and just jobless of me to do. This video is just my opinion. You don't have to agree with my opinion, but just how I respect your opposing opinion. If you do disagree with me or agree with me, you will please respect my opinion, as rightfully so. Anyways, now that we've gotten that out of the way, onto what this video is actually supposed to be. So, it goes without saying that after countless rumors and speculation and just years of just people constantly thinking, when is the next group going to debut, Big Hit has finally announced their member lineup for this new group that will be debuting whenever Big Hit decides to drop that date. And I, for one, am actually excited because, again, there's been so many speculations and rumors in the past from, like, people from 6 Aces. Like, people were saying 6 Aces are going to debut. The lies! Which, if you remember that rumor, you deserve a veteran discount. But anyways, yeah, I just had a few thoughts in mind based off, like, the fact that they're going to be the junior group of BTS, how they're going to be received. Again, before I get on to these 4 things, this is just my opinion. I'm sorry I have to always reiterate that because some people really take this as me hating on a group before they even debuted. So, number 1, being the junior group of BTS. So of course, it goes without saying, I feel like everyone already knows this by now, but BTS was not always the only group under Big Hit. You had 2AM, you had, unfortunately, Glam. You also had a group whose name, I'm so sorry, has just completely escaped me at the moment. I think they were either a duo or a trio. I'm guessing a duo. Again, I'm so sorry. But yeah, once 2AM and Glam unfortunately disbanded, BTS was pretty much the only group that was left under Big Hit for a pretty long time and practically rose Big Hit from the ashes, and slowly but surely have now the amount of success that they have today. And of course, that is a huge part of their success story. That is a huge part of what BTS is partially known for, besides their music and their talent, is the fact that they worked their asses off to get to this point today with a very strong fandom behind them, which I feel as it could also add pressure to this group because it's going to be nerve-wracking knowing that you are basically a junior group of such a big and well-known group, not in just Korea, but also in Western media. And of course, I'm not saying that this is like some phenomenon that doesn't really happen. Of course, this has happened countless times in the industry. You had groups who were junior groups of really big, legendary groups such as like Blackpink, Attention, Dia, NCT, Red Velvet, and like so forth. Those were all junior groups that came from a company with a very, very well-known senior group. And of course, there's always that leads to that pressure, the comparisons, which we will talk about later, but constantly having your all eyes on them, knowing that this is a group that you're basically the junior of, and knowing that this is your senior group who's done such amazing things. And I feel like that's just gonna be like a bit of pressure, knowing that, like, I don't want them to, I want to say like they have to amount to that, but knowing that people are going to kind of compare you to that, which again leads us into number 2, toxic comparisons. Now, I understand not all comparisons can be bad, but let's be honest, in times of like in K-pop nowadays, toxic comparisons have been constantly always brought up, especially on like stan places like stan Twitter, stan Instagrams, even on Tumblr at times. But yeah, as much as myself and many people will not like it, there will be people who will constantly try to compare TXT to BTS. They will try to compare their achievements that they made during their debut period and so forth into their careers. They'll try to compare numbers, compare how the group is doing, even could possibly compare vocal line, the rap line, dance line, all that kind of stuff, and could even lead into more issues and unfortunately stupid ass fan wars, which again would be completely pointless because they're under the same company. Why have a fan war? But again, that's another point I'll make later on. But just toxic comparisons, people use numbers to say that they flopped, that they're not reaching the same amount of BTS. That also leads into my next point, media attention. And again, I'm not saying all media attention is bad. Hell, like, any person who stands a group wants their group to get media attention. Sometimes more media attention, the better. But I'm going to kind of talk about this in more of a negative way. You can kind of see this in a negative way. But because this is a group that's going to be the junior group of BTS, all eyes are going to be on them no matter what. The second that song comes out, the second the music video comes out, because BTS has also gained so much media and media attention in Korea and also in Western media as well. You'll see a lot of Korean media sites, of course, talking about the group, even Western media and so forth bringing up the group. Hell, even when the group was actually like, remember to be announced, you had media outlets everywhere, not in just Korea, talking about this group. Every single time the group member was announced, they were trending on Twitter, trending somewhere and being talked about. And unfortunately, it's gonna add into more pressure because it's like you also have BTS, who is not only gained so much attention overseas, but they have been on successful tours, have been a part of and attended a few award shows, have won awards in like Billboard as well, and even were in talks of a freaking Grammy, for God's sake. So I feel like that's gonna add into more pressure because like now not even just Korean media sites are gonna have your eyes on them, even like Western media sites. It's like everyone's waiting for this one debut, and it's like just imagine yourself knowing that you have basically people all around the world focusing on you, basically putting you under a microscope. That would be freaking nerve-wracking, to be quite honest. My fourth one would be toxic, jobless people who will hate on them for no reason. This is not me talking about people who may not be a fan of the group. This does not involve those people. This involves people who just like to hate on people for no apparent reason. No, for just breathing. They just like to hate on someone for breathing. Like I touched on this a bit earlier about people who are bringing numbers, stats, and all this kind of stuff to compare and contrast groups. But you'll have people just basically bring all those things out, anything they can find, to call these boys flops. You probably even see people on like Twitter and Instagram call these boys flops before they even debuted, which again is just jobless. How can you say a group is a flop when you haven't even put out one song? But you also have like people who will say like they didn't reach the same numbers as BTS, their songs didn't chart high enough, their music video didn't have 100 million views in like 2.3 seconds. And then some people, I swear nowadays, just care only about numbers, which I'm so sorry for this rant, is so fucking annoying. Like damn, can y'all stop for just 1 second and just enjoy the damn music? Not everything revolves around numbers. It's great when your favorite group gets a win, but holy cow, to use that as like to shove it down other people's throats, it's like that's not what this is all about. And I swear that some of these people are the reasons why some people just don't want to stay in a group, because it constantly just talks of numbers and numbers and numbers and charts and just getting number one. It's like, as long as you're supporting the group in any way you can, that is fine. Just enjoy the music. That's all that should matter. But I'm sorry, I'm going off topic. Like I was saying, I just feel like there's a lot of people who will just basically hate on these boys, antis that was becoming left, right, just doing whatever they can to bring as much hate as they can for no jobless reason. So yeah, that's kind of just my 4 reasons why I think TXT could have a hard time during their debut and so forth. Again, these are just my opinions. That is all. You don't have to agree with them, but please be respectful, of course, especially in the comments. If you have anything you want to add into this, why you think TXT could also have a hard time, feel free to leave in the comments and have a healthy, mature discussion. But I just kind of also want to end this on a PSA. As I and others are excited for their debut, there will be probably some people who will not give two shits, who will probably not be interested in the group and or their debut, which is completely okay. But that does not warrant hate on that person just because they don't like and or not excited for their debut, or even if someone says they stand the group but don't like their debut song, that is fine. It does not warrant hate. It does not mean they're immediately an anti. It just means they have an opinion or you just are not interested. But unfortunately, in 2019, you have people who still do not get the memo, and I'm just saying that as just putting it out there. Let's just all be excited. I know my multi-standing ass is gonna be basically standing another group, that adding to the whole list of groups I already stand as is. But yeah, let's be civil and not just hate on people just because they don't care about a group's debut. But yeah, anyways, thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, give it a like, subscribe for more, check out my previous videos. Again, leaving what you guys think about how their debut could go, what you guys think, what you're hoping for. But yeah, thank you so much for watching again. Bye, see you in my next video.